And Chris Ockley here with Sean O'Connor, the Lafayette Boys coach, who in his 6th year now and just won their 5th straight trophy with a 3rd place finish Saturday in the Class 4 Missouri State Cross Country Championships. And we're shooting for, 3 titles in a row and came up just, 8 points short, 9 points short.
Yep.
Rockhurst and Rockbridge just squeaking ahead of you. And tell me, obviously, I'm sure the goal was 3 in a row, and that was the plan coming in. And it sounds like some health issues got you a little bit, and just a little bad luck when it comes down to that close of numbers. Talk about what you were thinking coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we had a pretty good chance of winning. I thought I knew Rockhurst and Rockbridge were going to be in the mix too, and so you just go out there and not focus on them. Instead, just try to focus on running as fast as we can, and we'll see what happens. And a little bad luck. It's kids sick all week, and that didn't help. And but that's what it goes into.
Sure.
That's how it goes. Sometimes the luck works out in your favor, and other times it doesn't. So you tip your cap to the other, Rockhurst and Rockbridge, and you move on. Now we're getting ready for track season.
It's got to hurt a little bit. How long is the sting of it? Thinking, we could have had 3 in a row. Surely that stings for a little bit. Does that still sting, or is that going to take a couple months to get out of your system till starts back?
It'll probably bother me forever.
Yeah,
I'll probably, but again, the irrational, emotional side of you is like, oh my gosh,
right.
And then the logical side is like, going in that. To some, especially when it's going to be that close, it's going to be a little bit of a crapshoot.
Right.
You're just hoping for the best and hope luck's on your side. And in some ways it was, in some ways it wasn't. So that's all you can do.
Right. Talk about the performance of the biggest guy, probably the whole meet that I'm happy for the most is Tommy Laarman, and I mean he's kind of been in the back with the Fab Four the last 3 years, and gotten not very much attention. Been the 5th guy the last 2 years, and not gotten the love or the limelight. And now takes 5th at state and helps to do another team trophy. And seeing him sprint down and kick down a couple guys that finish stretch. I mean, man, I was sure happy for him.
Oh yeah, I think about 800 to go. I think I had him at 8th.
Yeah.
And he ended up 5th. I mean, it's he worked his butt off, and he had some iron issues and had a concussion in August that kind of ruined August.
Yeah.
And so to see him kind of come back and rebound from all that just speaks to his character and how much effort he puts in. I mean, it just shows how dedicated and just how great of an athlete he is. So I was real excited. I mean, like you said, last couple of years he hasn't gotten a whole lot of love, so it's kind of nice to see him have a great race on the biggest day. So.
Right. And it talks now that that's opened his eyes. Maybe now he's got a college potential future. He said, wasn't going to with his academic ideas, but doing so well Saturday that may open his future up a little bit.
Yeah, I hope it does. I hope at least I'm not going to sit there and be mad or anything. If he decides not to, but I just that's what an opportunity. You got to at least follow through to see if it's something you're interested in or not.
Yeah. Well, obviously a phenomenal season for you guys. Another one. What are any obviously coming off the 2 state titles and losing 3 big studs. I mean, off of maybe the best team ever in Missouri history. Were there any ups and downs that you didn't see coming that presented themselves, or things that were different this year, or just things that you didn't expect?
Ups and downs I didn't see coming. No, I understood that there were going to be ups and downs. I mean, there are definitely ups and downs.
Sure.
I mean, Forest Park was definitely down for most of us. That mud aside, we did not run very well there. And for a lot of those guys, that was their first big varsity race.
Sure.
So I wasn't necessarily expecting it to be, lights out. But that one was kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But I mean, it kind of stabilized itself, I guess, since Chili Pepper, that kind of, that experience I think was really good for those kids. And, it's just a learning lesson for a lot of those guys. Never running varsity races, that's a way different ballgame.
Sure.
You go out so much faster, so.
Yeah.
To their credit, they, kept trying different things, and we figured out what worked best, and we got to the end of the season.
Was this Chili Pepper victory, was that a surprise for you, or did you think they were capable of that?
No, we were second, actually.
Runner-up.
Yeah, runner-up. I mean, I think going in, I was hoping for top 5. I didn't know. I knew Festus would be there, and they beat us fairly well at at Forest Park, and they beat us again at Hancock the week before.
Yeah.
So, I was there were some teams there. I was hoping we'd be top 5. There's always usually some good Texas teams and a couple Arkansas teams, but no, they that was a good experience. Like I said, just that race that's that big and goes out that fast is about the closest thing to a state simulation you'll ever see.
Right.
Not as hilly as state, but still a good representation for them.
Right. And looking forward to the future. You're still a really young team. I mean, you obviously lose to Tommy and Austin, but boy, there's no reason that you guys couldn't come back and be on that awards podium again. I assume.
No, I agree. Yeah, we had 2 sophomores break 17, and we had another 2 or 3 who were all in the 17-15 range. Yeah. With some juniors, kind of with like junior 2 sprinkled in there. I mean, our JV team was pretty stout. I mean, to be top 5 or 6 on our JV team, you had to run 17:30 or faster. Sure. So I mean, I think there was 2 seniors in that JV team group. So you got those 4 guys that were all running real fast that are coming back. They're sophomores. Most of them are sophomores and junior. Right. And then you'll have Tommy and Austin will be big losses, but you'll have everyone else with more state experience. So it won't be as dramatic as a loss, I don't think, going into next year, because last year we lost 4 seniors. Right. 3 of them and then Ryan. And so that state experience, missing that many kids, it's pretty hard to fill that void. And so now only losing 2 seniors off this year's team will be good, I think. And I think the younger kids had some good experiences and they were there, so they got to see it. So hopefully that gets them ready. Yeah. Well, talk about Austin. Obviously, he's a special athlete, and talk about his training after coming back from winning the World Junior Triathlon. Because he said you guys took a different approach this year and kind of a little bit of rest, broke things down, and then built it back up. Talk about that a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that's a grueling event, because not only you're swimming and biking and then running on top of it, and while you're using different muscle groups, it's still a pretty taxing event. So we, gave him some time off, just to kind of get back, and then we kind of reset things, kind of started back with some of the stuff we might have done earlier in the season, and just kind of slowly brought him back along, and I mean, it seemed to work very well, and obviously he's a beast, so he's super impressive and ran really fast, but we just want to try something different and see if we can run a little bit faster this year, and it seemed to work out, so I'll have to save that one. And tell me, did you think he was capable of getting Noah's state championship record time on the newest course? It's been 6 or 7 in the. I thought he was in the. I was hoping he could run 15:15. Is kind of what I was hoping for. I mean, 22 is pretty close. In that case, you're kind of at the whim a little bit of the race itself, because it's hard to run that fast by yourself. Sure. And luckily, we had Victor and Clayton. All those guys are just just animals, and so they were pushing the pace. And again, it makes it hard too, because Clayton Adams isn't just running a steady pace. I saw him make a couple pretty big moves. So that you're trying to run course records. It's hard to run a course record if you're covering moves, and that's not necessarily the most efficient, but a way to run. But you gotta do what you gotta do to win first. And, and so that was impressive. And like I said, hats off to those guys. They were moving. Right. So that was awesome. So back to when he finally came back, did you start with some more strength stuff and then put a little bit of... Yeah, we went back and restarted with some tempos and some cruise interval stuff the first couple weeks, and then slowly kind of brought him down, a little bit shorter intervals that are a little bit closer to race pace, and kind of just brought him along a little bit differently that way. Yeah. It's kind of like you reset the whole thing and just go back to the extremes, just some easy running and stuff, and then almost like a crash course back to where everyone else was. It's like each week you just get a little bit more specific, because you had about 6 weeks or the league coming back, and so just a little bit more specific each week to try to ease him back into getting a feel for the paces. As far as shape goes, the shape was there. I mean, you're running 15:30s off a bike in the heat. The fitness level to run that fast in the grass is there. You just wanted to get him used to running it again, but just on the grass and some other stuff. So. Yeah. And then finally, obviously he's signed today with Mizzou, your alma mater, and while you didn't run, I'm sure that's kind of excited that he's close to home and teaming up with Dylan and be able to see him race a little bit close to home. Yeah, that'll be cool. I like Mizzou. I try to go back there and watch a game here and there, and so it'll be cool to see those guys from time to time. And
Sure.
we go to the indoor meets,
Yeah.
and so hopefully they'll come out and visit us, and won't forget us. No,
Right.
but it'll be fun. It'll be exciting. So I'm glad for him. I mean, he was the right choice for him. It sounds like, and that's the best part. So.
Lastly, what's it like having him on the team? And obviously you had 3 again studs last year who were good guys and good, but he's obviously not only just a talented athlete, but a pretty smart guy and a well-rounded guy. And what's it like to have him on the team and be that kind of a role model for these other kids that come into the program and are looking up and seeing what he's doing and feeding off that?
It's pretty cool because he's a pretty elite level athlete, and a lot of people don't get to see that, and so the kids can kind of see what he's been doing and what it takes to be elite. I mean, he doesn't just show up and magically run fast. I mean,
Right.
He puts in a lot of work, and so the kids kind of see that, and then they can see like, hey, if I put in the work, maybe I could be really fast too.
Sure.
And it's just a good role model, and it sets a good example for those kids.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, it's priceless. I
Right.
don't know how to describe
Right.
it.
Sure. Well, congrats on another great season, and keep it up. Hopefully, we'll see some good results this weekend in Terre Haute, and look forward to seeing you guys keep tearing it up on the track for the Lancers. So, thank you very much, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.